Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Watch my video and subscribe my channel. Taylor is in denial while Sheila's sinister plan unfolds. The bold and the beautiful 2-week spoilers for August 11th to 22nd, 2025 show Taylor Hayes in complete denial about what is going on, while Sheila Carter is busy plotting. Bold and the beautiful. Taylor Hayes in denial, Sheila Carter plots. In case you missed Season 38, Episode 227, which aired on Monday, August 11th, Finn quickly confirmed to Liam Spencer that Grace Buckingham had handed herself in to the police. Liam realized he had to tell his father, so he asked Bill Spencer to come home. Liam and Hope Logan then informed Bill Spencer about Grace's lie. Bill, of course, is furious. He says the witch will pay, but he used the B word. He also believes Grace will wish she never met him. Bill Spencer and Grace Buckingham's explosive showdown. This is the second time that Reese's gambling has caused significant financial hardship for their family. Lee Finnegan tells Sheila that something changed inside her when she held Luna Nozowa's life in her hands in the operation room. Lee remembered Luna as her granddaughter and niece. Lee blames Poppy Nozowa and believes she can rehabilitate Luna. Then Lee pledges Sheila to secrecy. Luna awakens and sees her grandmother there. Meanwhile, Electra Forrester and Will Spencer express their relief that Luna has died. Ivy Forrester enters and is relieved that Liam Spencer will survive. Electra knows Ivy is relieved, and she's pleased Luna is out of their lives. Ivy is acting as if she is still in love with Liam, which is odd. Liam and Bill. Father-son relationship deepens in B&B. Season 38, Episode 228 airs on Tuesday, August 12th. Bill and Liam share a special and loving father-son moment. Their bond deepens. I appreciate their dynamism. They've had several of these scenes since Liam discovered he allegedly had cancer. They now have more. They had already taken significant steps back when Liam believed he was dying. But now, with his entire life ahead of him, Bill and Liam are even closer. Bold and the beautiful spoilers. Grace Buckingham faces Bill's wrath in the hospital. Also this week, Bill visits the hospital and enters Grace Buckingham's room. He confronted her. I'm not sure how she's let back into the building after confessing to the police. Grace is at the hospital, wearing her doctor's coat. When Bill confronts her, he becomes enraged. Not only did she lie about the disease, but Grace also drugged Liam and made him extremely ill in order to simulate cancer symptoms. I mean, Grace should not be permitted to work in patient care for the rest of her life. Her medical license should be revoked immediately. It's not so much about Bill Spencer's $1 million as it is about the psychological and physical devastation she caused Liam. Brooke, Logan, and Ridge Forrester. Secrets, Italy Return, and Love Triangle. Season 38's Episode 229 airs on Wednesday, August 13th. Ridge Forrester, Eric Forrester, and Brooke Logan have returned from Italy and are being greeted warmly at Forrester Creations. Donna Logan is also there. Katie Logan is there. She offers her big sister Brooke a huge embrace. This week, Katie sits down with Brooke to find out what occurred in Italy. I'm sure Brooke will tell Katie that Ridge saved her life, kissed her, and promised to make everything right. Brooke is waiting at the bit for Ridge Forrester to get over there and dump Taylor Hayes. She wants him to remove that ring from her finger. Ridge is emotional and divided between Taylor and Brooke, as one would expect. He's the waffle boy. Ridge knew exactly what he wanted when he saved Brooke, and there were only the two of them. But when faced with the prospect of ditching Taylor and facing Steffi's fury and disappointment, he naturally waffles. Taylor Hayes confronts Ridge following the Italy trip. Season 38, Episode 230 airs on Thursday, August 14th. Taylor begins to mistrust Ridge's emotional meeting with Brooke in Italy. I'm expecting he'll start with only the facts like what Ridge witnessed. Brooke fell off Nick Marone's boat. He swam out to save her life. But I'm guessing Ridge will struggle to tell Taylor his huge realization that Brooke is the woman he needs to be with. Ridge will have to work up his nerve. Taylor assures Ridge that Brooke does have a future, but it is not with Ridge because she will not take off her engagement ring. Kelly Spencer's family drama at the Forrester mansion. Kelly Spencer is also visiting the Forrester mansion this week. Of course, that is Ridge and Taylor's granddaughter. Kelly looks overjoyed. She has some sort of drawing. So, I'm wondering if Kelly is telling them how delighted she is that her grandparents are getting married. I am sure whatever Kelly says will make Ridge feel like the greatest jerk in the world. It'll make it even more difficult for him to come clean. To be clear, he is, in my opinion, the worst jerk in the world, at least in the world of bed and breakfasts. On Thursday, Electra stated that she is ready to move on and take the next step in their relationship. So, it appears like Electra is ready to get intimate with him. Sheila Carter Spies and Nick Marone propose to Brooke Logan on Bold and the Beautiful. On Friday, August 15th, we'll conclude the week with Season 38, Episode 231. When Katie arrives at Il Giardino and speaks with Deacon Sharp, Sheila listens in. She wants to know whether she may have a little party at the pizza place for Will's birthday. I assume this is for Will's birthday. Will was born on September 25th, which is approaching in a few weeks on Bold and the Beautiful. What's funny is that Katie's son, who was born in 2012, should be turning 13. So there's a big Aldorus right there. Sheila may be spying to ensure that no one knows Luna is alive. Also, what was one of the main reasons Luna was acting out and refusing to leave town. Also this week, Nick visits Forrester Creations and proposes to Brooke. He assures her that it is not over for them. Nick claims to adore Brooke. Nick has the engagement ring and is ready to make it happen. Captain, but you know she will say no. Ivy Forrester's feelings for Liam Spencer resurface. It's long past time for Ivy to express her thoughts to Liam Spencer throughout the week of August 18th to 22nd. Ivy last informed him she cared about him and was still interested in him over a year ago, when she kissed him at Il Giardino while she was in town for around 2 episodes. We've seen Ivy realize she wants Liam back, but she has yet to act on it. He was apparently dying of cancer before being shot. Ivy has gushed about him to Electra Forrester. Liam is the one that got away. So I hope Ivy stops wasting time. Maybe she tells Liam how she feels and requests to reunite? I do not think Hope will enjoy it. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Luna Nozawa confronts Grandma and Sheila Carter. Luna has questions for her grandmother. She'll want to know why she's not in the hospital, why she's not being arrested, why Lee is looking after her, and why Sheila is present. It is less important why Sheila is there for Luna than why she is there for Lee. Luna has little memory of what happened on the day of the shooting. Deacon may notice Sheila's absences because, she'll be over there helping Lee and visiting Luna whenever she can. I hope Deacon is not so suspicious as to pursue Sheila. That would be a big whoopsie because I would bet on Deacon phoning the cops and handing over Luna. Will Spencer and Electra Forrester heat things up on B&B? Will and Electra are ready to move things to the bedroom. He has been quite patient. Let us hope Electra has no regrets about this momentous decision. Brooke may become eager for Ridge to dump Taylor. I'm sure Brooke will be pressing Ridge. Hurry up and get away from Taylor. And he best not get back into her bed after telling Brooke what he did. But it is Ridge, so who knows? He'll face a lot of backlash from his children and grandchildren, as well as Taylor. I hope to update Carter Walton on Liam's non-cancer status. I'm sure Daphne Rose will be fascinated in this twist. She may try to use it to make Carter distrust Hope, allowing her to draw closer to him. Liam struggles to decide on the next actions. I hope Logan is carrying the show for this reason. According to the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, this could be one of the most emotional weeks in this fictional town of Los Angeles in quite some time. There's a valid explanation for this, too. I hope Logan is carrying the show for this reason. During the most recent episode of the hit CBS soap, Annika Noel and Scott Clifton basically killed it by putting Dr. Grace Buckingham through the ringer for everything she has done so far, including faking Liam's brain cancer. At one point, Liam yelled at her, "You put me through hell with my family!" If it wasn't enough, Hope was so emotional that many viewers could sense her pain on the small screen. That was exactly how good she was. Many people believe that Hope is bearing the emotional weight of the soap on her shoulders. It goes without saying that the internet had a lot to say about the situation. Hope carries all of the emotional weight of the soap. Some fans and critics even stated, "This scene may not be Emmy-worthy, but when Liam shouted at Grace, that was real acting right there." It's a bad we didn't receive this throughout the entire tale because the writers tried to hold him back in this horrible storyline. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. I hope Logan is carrying the show for this reason, a different reviewer wrote. And then there was Annika Noel, who also done an impressive job with the material she was given, and you can feel her pain and tears. And then there was this comment. They were particularly terrific in the sequences where Liam discovers Hope understands he is dying as well. They're having a fantastic year together as scene partners. Will's party surprises, Luna's scheduling partner, Brooke stuck. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for the week of August 18th to 22nd state that Spencer's celebration will be full of surprises, and Luna Nozawa will have a cunning companion. Brooke Logan will also feel stuck. So let's discuss what's coming up on B&B. Brooke wants nothing more than to resume her relationship with Ridge Forrester, but she can't force him to admit his feelings. Ridge knows Brooke is the woman he wants at this point, but his responsibility to Taylor Hayes still stands in his way. The more Ridge delays reconnecting with Brooke, the more frustrated she will grow. Brooke will feel stuck longing for Ridge when they could be living happily ever after together. Ridge will be just as unhappy since his heart will lead him back to Brooke while his intellect tells him to honor his Taylor commitment. Eric Forrester will undoubtedly prepare a couple more lectures for Ridge on how Brooke is his ideal mate. Ridge will, however, continue with his Taylor wedding plans for the time being. Of course, there may be times of temptation along the way. Brooke and Ridge aren't afraid to be alone together, so some clandestine kisses are possible, especially given they snatched a kiss following Brooke's accident in Naples. Next, Luna will continue her rehabilitation behind closed doors, which will result in more thinking about Will. It may also allow Luna to open up to Sheila Sharp about how much she still wants Will for herself. That match may not seem like a serious possibility right now, but Sheila may decide to keep Luna's options open when it comes to her ideal guy. Sheila wants Luna to have a true second chance, which could include a wonderful love future. Sheila appears to have joined Luna's plot to sabotage Will's romance with Electra Forrester. Sheila will become an expert eavesdropper and may use what she learns to carry out a sabotage scheme. Will be the occasion for a little party at Il Giardino, which Katie Logan will plan with Deacon Sharp's help. That celebration could provide some surprises and create the situation for Sheila to make some poor choices. It appears like Electra intends to take Will to bed after this occurrence, but Sheila may have other plans and call off their evening together. According to the bold and the beautiful spoilers, the week of August 18th to 22nd will offer some distressing news and significant shockers. So stay tuned for updates on the drama. Brooke's homecoming, Ridge's bombshell, and Taylor's emotional blackmail. The bold and the beautiful spoilers are in for Wednesday, August 13th, 2025. Fans should expect Eric Forrester, Ridge Forrester, and Brooke Logan to return from Naples. However, Taylor Hayes will make it impossible for her fiancé to end the engagement. Continue reading, and let's discuss what's coming up on the CBS soap opera, Brooke Logan's Homecoming. Let's start with Brooke, who travels from Naples to Los Angeles with Eric and Ridge. The blonde had quite an adventure, including a near-death encounter. After falling off Nick Marone's boat, Brooke fell in the water. She was not breathing when Ridge and another man hauled her out. Fortunately, Ridge was able to give CPR and bring Brooke to the hospital. Read this. Discover what happened in the latest episode of B&B. I hope Logan gets relief. Things will be different when Ridge returns to town. Ridge had to confront what life would be like without her. Even though he promised to make things right for Brooke, he also said it to Taylor once. In any event, Hope Logan will be overjoyed that her mother is okay. I'm sure Hope will keep Brooke informed about Liam Spencer. Meanwhile, Brooke will tell her daughter everything about Nick and Ridge. Ridge Forresters' bombshell. According to the bold and the beautiful spoilers for Wednesday, August 13th, Ridge will need to contact Taylor again to explain things. Ridge appears to be making an effort, but Taylor rejects it. In a weekly preview film, Ridge hangs his head in disappointment and frustration as Taylor informs him how things will go. Taylor Hayes' emotional blackmail. Taylor will tell him that Brooke has a future, but it does not include Ridge. Then, the woman refuses to remove her ring. Taylor may have claimed to suffer a broken heart syndrome recurrence in order to keep Ridge. However, how will Ridge explain this to Brooke? Read this. Matthew Atkinson returns to The Bold and the Beautiful, replacing Thomas Forrester's role. Wednesday, August 13th, 2025. There is also the question of Luna Nozawa's awakening. The young woman's near-death experience appears to have had no positive impact. While she pretends not to recall her crime against Steffi Forrester Finnegan, she remains obsessed with Will Spencer. So, it appears that everyone is still in great danger. In most circumstances, a two-time killer shooting you at close range would result in your death. However, Luna Nozawa's death toll did not reach 3. On a beautiful summer day, John Finnegan saved Liam's life, but it was only the beginning. Liam's life was saved by what was termed as an experimental procedure in the second case. Following Grace's confession, one of Liam's cat-like 9 lives was restored. As a result, his chance to find hope and transform their family was restored. I'm hoping Logan is just with one dude. Hope and Liam are parents to a child. Although she has grown to love Carter, her feelings for him are not influenced by her previous relationship with Beth's father. Hope is now free to date the man she has been dating for years and whom Deacon Sharp suggested earlier this year. When Carter learns about Liam's most recent astounding progress, he will comprehend the situation. Now, Liam, Hope, and Carter might form a triangle. It's a terrific soap because she has a viable path ahead for any character. Bill is targeting Grace and Lee. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Bill Spencer is unaware that he would experience a second, more severe shock. Even though Grace Buckingham had no intention of killing his kid, the eternal Luna Nozawa did so. Hope Logan was present for Liam Spencer's tragic conversation with his father. That backup was significant and related to another growing scenario. What Bill was concerned about, however, was that a nurse who had sworn an oath to safeguard her patient had intentionally wounded his son. Grace is at the top of his target list for this reason. Grace Buckingham was feeling captured. Why hadn't Grace contacted the police? The simplest answer is that she was terrified and didn't think clearly. She expected Bill to violently assist her because of the elaborate ruse that Liam had a brain tumor, and he did. Bill was unaware, however, that the $1 million he electronically transferred to Grace ended up in the hands of her ex-husband's bookmaker. Indeed, the story of Reese Buckingham's gambling debt, which began years ago, is still being told during the day. If Grace had acted honestly or reasonably, Bill would have likely helped her. To be written through a plot line in which Liam discovered the threat she was facing, she only needed to report it to the police. If he had told Bill the truth, she would not have felt the need to tell the lie. Luna Nozawa rests comfortably in bed. This time around, Lee Nozawa and Sheila Carter Sharp agree. Sheila isn't interested in physically assaulting Lee or dragging her into the ocean during a high-speed car chase, unlike when they lied about John Finnegan's death. Luna is essential to the women because she is part of their family. They are overjoyed that their time together resulted in this awakening, which had overtly soapy connotations, and they both blame Papi Nozawa for Luna's detour. Bill Spencer protects his family from all dangers. Bill was concerned about Liam's apparent approaching demise. It pushed Dollar Bill underground and injured his heart. However, Liam and Hope were confident that once Bill learned Grace's corruption, he would lose control. Grace's confession to Bill serves as a prelude because they are unaware of Luna's existence. Sheila will assist Lee in keeping a very important secret safe. They are aware that many of Luna's adversaries do not break the law, and that if her existence is revealed, she will face imprisonment. Grace gave Liam medication, which triggered symptoms of a brain tumor. However, Luna shot and murdered Liam. When Bill discovers that she is still alive, he will have little sympathy for her or the others who protected her life. Psychiatrist can't heal herself Taylor's willful blindness to Ridge's Brooke obsession. Ridge's heart returns to Brooke, but Taylor refuses to read the writing on the wall. There are warning signs everywhere, but Taylor isn't paying heed. Dr. Taylor Hayes, a world-renowned psychiatrist, is unable to diagnose her own denial. Taylor is well aware that everything has changed since Ridge Forresters' brave rescue of Brooke Logan in Italy. That little change in his manner, the shame that is written all over his face when young Kelly Spencer visits, and the fact that he can no longer meet her gaze, these aren't minor setbacks. They're huge warning flags that this engagement is doomed.